Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you Jamia Hamdard Residential Coaching Academy's question paper, which was for the exam happened on 31st October 2020. Now there are uh, for every incorrect response there will be 1 by 3rd of the allotted marks deducted, and there are a total of 100 questions in this booklet. So let's get started without any further ado. So there are questions from Maitri exercise, which is between India and I think Malaysia or Indonesia, not Bhutan for sure. Now there are questions from pitch black exercise, which is between India and the Royal Australian Air Force, and it is news because India recently joined it. And also there are questions from anti-tank guided missile Helena. Okay, so DRDO's any of the instruments used by the DRDO, developed by DRDO, is very important. There are questions from Nobel Prize, which was recently got for hepatitis C, and the very current affairs oriented questions like New Zealand was the first ever country to be COVID free, and there are questions from ecology, which is basically national parks, and there are some species oriented questions from ecology too. Now there are some statics, not statics, the static parts like FDI are also highlighted in this question paper. So let's get the next question is about coronavirus, which everyone needs to answer. And also there are questions about Joe Biden, who is the candidate for USA elections 2020. You need to know them. So there are questions from Nagorno-Karabakh region, which is Armenia and Azerbaijan's dispute. And there are questions from a very old policy. Yeah, in that policy there is a mention of FDI cap. Yeah, you need to know all of them. There is very static question like grey list and blacklist of FATF. Recently Pakistan was in grey list and now it is returned back to blacklist, if I am right. There are certain indices which we need to mug up. So global peace index is one of them. It's very important. You need to know such indices without fail. Also there are certain portals which are highlighted in the news. If you are a religious news reader, so Vidya Lakshmi portal is one of them, but these are very easy. You can eliminate from the options. Now there are indices like global livability index and certain reports like from the Niti Aayog, or yeah, there are move hack launched by Niti Aayog, which was in news, and also a tribe like Bru tribe, and certain tribes are also mentioned in this question paper. So you need to know the origin of Bru tribe. There was a Bru crisis, so that's why it is in news. I hope so. And you need to know all the ministries, and Cholanaikan tribe, which was also in news, but there is a confusing factor here because that is a tribe indigenously from an ethnic group from Kerala's Western Ghats, so it is very close to Tamil Nadu. So there will be a hell lot of chance for getting confused. Don't get confused. And there is a mention of Uj River also, because of the tensions between India and China border. Uj River was in news. It's originated from Pir Panchal range. So there are portals like Santosh portal, which is in news, and also National Calamity Contingent Duty, very much in news very recently, and also Disha dashboard. You know why Disha dashboard has been asked. You know what happened in Andhra Pradesh. Now global gender gap report, very important report, not only for this exam but also for all the exams all over India. It is important. Also reunite app, we can actually eliminate options from it and find the answer easily even without knowing what the purpose of that app is. Okay, now such questions you should not leave or skip. There is questions from the recently reinstated countries to Commonwealth, which is actually Maldives, but here it is marked Sudan, so poor. Now, okay, this is a copy of a student who got um, as who attended the exam recently. So there can be wrong answers to this question, which is marked in this PDF. Don't go by that answers because it can be wrong. There is mention of Ambubachi Mela, which is for the Kamakya, Lord Kamakya. So Pardi community, which is a community that lives in Maharashtra, is also asked. Mudumalai National Park, which is in Tamil Nadu state, is also asked. Such Indian Pangolin, you need to know Indian Pangolin because it was in news every single day. Because of coronavirus, it is said that pangolins are the primary uh, what animals which transmitted this virus from nowhere. I cannot say because it is not verified yet. If the coronavirus is a man-made virus or a naturally made virus. It is still the probe is still on, so we cannot say anything. There are questions from ancient India. Very much you should expect such questions from medieval, ancient, and modern. You need to expect such questions like velutinum is an alloy of tin and aluminum. Kasturi manjal is a type of turmeric. Even if you don't know what it is, you should observe ads that you always see in TV, so you can very much easily eliminate such questions and get the answer. So there is bond convention. What was that? CMS was asked. Very static questions are asked like Mount Aconcagua. What is it? I cannot pronounce it, but it is in Argentina. Also, PSAS is asked because Kaveri was more highlighted in the news very recently. Also, a private members bill, the static portion of that is also asked. Likewise, there is questions from medieval India like Saray Akbar and stuffs like that are asked. Pritz Bay, which was in news because it is in Antarctica, and there are so much of tensions going on in Antarctica because of the global warming we have all made. And also Manasollasa is associated with Chalukya. Like certain international relations part is also asked. Multilateral convention, base erosion and profit shifting is a whole topic to discuss. We'll discuss it in another video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment section. And if you find my voice to be boring, you can just mute the audio and watch the video. Maybe pause and write down the questions. And if you want the questions to be availed in a PDF format, I can mail you. If you give me the mail ID in the comment section, I'll mail you. No worries. The Extinction Rebellion started in the this four options are given. You can eliminate and find the answer easily. So Stockholm Convention is asked. It's very static from ecology. APEDA, FPOs very important when it comes to ecology. And yeah, there are questions from Worldwide Educating for the Future Index. Such indices, I told you before also, such indices are very important. The Varman dynasty was spread over the present day Assam. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? Tadoba is in Maharashtra, Kabini is in Karnataka, Pench is in Uttar Pradesh. No, it was not in Uttar Pradesh, it is in Madhya Pradesh. Pench is in Madhya Pradesh. It was just a slip of my tongue. A financial secrecy index, again, indices from all over the world. World Air Quality Report, very important. Because air quality was in news for a while after stubble burning uh, in Punjab and all. Gahir Mata Marine Sanctuary is in Odisha. You need to know that because there were floods going on, so you need to know that. And also NASA's certain missions should be covered on time. And yeah, certain constitutional amendments, and also you need to know the schedules of the constitution. There is an easy trick for it: tiers of all PM. T stands for territories, E stands for emoluments, and A stands for oaths and affirmations, and R stands for the Rajya Sabha seat allocation, and S stands for scheduled caste and something like that. So there is a tiers of all PM. That's a ticket by which we can easily eliminate options of such questions. I'll write it down in the description if you want it. Again, very static questions from polity is being asked. Yeah, federal system. You need to know the characteristics of federal system, the terminologies which are mentioned in the constitution and not mentioned in the constitution, but we follow it like a convention. Such confusing terminologies should be differentiated, and you should know that very, very, very specifically. Now there are questions from rule of law, and also from the what is known as the amendments, and there are questions from modern India, Swarajist, no changes and all. They are being asked. Yeah. S.R. Das, Vallabhai Patel, and Motilal Nehru were prominent Swarajist leaders without any doubt. But there can be confusions in this question because which of the statements given above are incorrect? That is the question. So if you don't see that incorrect word, the word incorrect, you will end up losing your mark for sure. So there are questions from Nehru report. Nehru report is by Motilal Nehru and not by Jawaharlal Nehru. You need to know that. In fact, Jawaharlal Nehru was against some of the points which Nehru report gave. Okay, now quitting the movement was asked. Like there are incidences of brave women being asked. Women empowerment is on the way. You can see it. Also, there are questions from CSAT that you should answer anyway. You can easily eliminate. CSAT is very easy for most. I think for 70% of the aspirants, CSAT is very easy. If you're a person who is not comfortable with CSAT, please practice so that it becomes easy for you. The formulas are very simple, very logically, relevant formulas are what UPSC says you to study. So you can easily apply it in your daily life itself and start practicing more and more and get that shit done. CSAT will be done that way. Very, very easily you can qualify CSAT if you inculcate yourself, your daily life with such logical formulas. So yeah, this 100th question is quite tricky. If it takes more time, just skip it. Yeah, 100 questions in 2 hours is a big deal, I know, for some of you. If you are very much practice oriented, then this won't be an issue for you. But if you are lacking practice, then you will have a bad time, reading all these and finding the answers. So This was the question paper. So if you want the question paper in PDF format, I'll mail you. If you comment down your mail ID, I'll mail you as soon as I see them. Okay, don't worry, you'll get this PDF easily. Now thank you for watching this video and subscribe to my channel.